we need the scope admin middleware here, and these are the routes. Let's change it to Laravel 8 way. So I updated all the routes now. I noticed that I forgot to add this route to our influencer project, so let's add it now and import the class. Now let's go back to our project. Let's add the scope in the kernel. So the scope is scope.admin, and the middleware is admin scope. Now everything is done. Now let's deal with the events. Now let's install RabbitMQ in this project. Then let's go to q.php, copy the usuals, copy RabbitMQ here, add it here. Now go to our env file, add RabbitMQ here, and RabbitMQ q is equal to admin q. Now to get the events from the checkout, we need to add also the admin queue here. So the order is dispatched in 3 microservices. As I can see here, I made a mistake. This should be influencer. And let's check if I typed the right name in the env file here. So it's okay. Now let's go to our jobs. We have admin added, which should be as it is. Link created, we don't need this event. Did we remove also the model? So the link should not be here at all. Order completed, we will deal with this now. Product created, deleted and updated, these are the same. So we only need to deal with the order completed. So here I will copy what it is in admin in influencer order completed. Basically everything should be almost the same. So for the insert here, we will do it like this. Data is equal to this order data, and we have to unset data complete. We don't need that field, and we will insert the data. We don't need this part, and here is the same, except this is admin revenue here. So that's it for the order. So this was basically the admin, and now we can test our front-end app. Now let's fix the resources. So we will see them one by one. For example, we don't need the link resource. The order item resource is okay. The order resource here needs a total now. Permission resource should be the same. Product resource the same. And role resource the same. For the user resource now we don't have these functions to the user. So for the role and permissions we don't have them in the user class, so we have to get them manually. So first get the user role, which is equal to user role where user ID is equal to this ID. Then we get the role, which is the role find user role ID, and we can set the role here. And the permissions are role permissions plug name. So now we fixed all the resources. Also, we should add also the gates in the auth service provider. So let's add them here and remove this code. Here we don't have this has access function. So let's go back to the user resource, and we need the permissions here. So let's copy this part, paste it here, and the permissions are those. So here is the user ID and the permissions here, and the permission contains also here. Let's do the same for the other gate and replace this with permission contains. We can refactor this using a better method, but for now I will keep it like this. Now let's test the app. I started all the Docker containers, so if I write now docker ps, you can see now that we have a lot of containers running, and this is the app that we will test now. We will see also the events from RabbitMQ. Before I start running, there is one small change that we have to make. In our env file, we have to change localhost for the user's endpoint to Docker for Mac localhost to all the other apps. Now let's test the app. This is admin. I will log in as an admin. Now that a lot of containers are running, the site will be very slow. So we can see that it's running correctly. I want to add a new product, so we can use that product to the influencer app. So let's create a product. So I will create a product. I will paste this image and I will put a price. Let's wait till it's completed, and we will see here we are dispatching an event. So we don't have the product here, and we know the products here are cached, so we can see the events is dispatched, and we can see the graphs here are changing. We still don't have any ready yet, because once it is dispatched, it is processed. So if we refresh this container here, we should see our product. So this is a product that we created. Now let's log in to pay for that product. So we logged in as an influencer. Let's get that product, generate a link, and we can copy this link. When we generate a link, it will trigger again RabbitMQ. So we can see now also ready. and it's 0 now, so it's getting, say it was processed. And now let's use this link. So this is the checkout page that we got. We got also the product, so the product is added here. This means the checkout got the event to create a product and also the event to create the link. Let's buy 2 products. Let's continue to the checkout now. We'll see events happening here. Not yet actually. It will happen after we pay. So let's put an email here. And let's pay. Now we will see a lot of events happening. So we can see 3 events. One is for the admin, one is for the influencer, one is for the emails. For some reason this event wasn't processed, so I will check it out, but this is basically how our app will look like, and this is how you create microservices. Thank you for following this tutorial, and let me know if you like it, or let me know if you want something to change. Bye.